Hey guys, what's up? We're back with another SSAU game I played for the Brazilian Snake Tournament this morning. I figured I'd bring it to you guys. It was a pretty close game and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Also, I did a video with Joey, my friend, Pokemon Diaz. A lot of you guys might know him earlier this morning. So if any of you guys are coming over from his channel, hey, I hope you guys enjoy it. I bring a lot of tournament games, sometimes even do ladder, specifically for suspects or ladder tournaments. In fact, I'm actually going to try and bring some draft league videos as well in the near future. I'm playing in a couple now that I'm quarantined. So just love Pokemon in general, though. A lot of smog gun oriented stuff. So if you enjoyed that, then hey, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and let me know your thoughts in the comments anytime. And if not, then that's completely fine too. I'm a bit more casual with this than the big wigs like Joey and Blunder, and they do a great job at their stuff. So I'm sure that you guys can just enjoy their channels as well. Anyway, this is against Slurmz. Really good just presence. I've been kind of friendly with them on and off for many years, but yeah, competent player as well. I'm not really sure about their level of skill in SSAU, but looking at their team, they had some really cool Pokemon like Hippowdon, Excadrill, Clefable, Ferrothorn, Hydreigon, which was a lot, and also Reuniclus, which actually seemed like a bit of a pain. If it's a Rocky Helmet variant of Hippowdon, then the Aegislash will continuously take chip, and then the Reuniclus could potentially sweep me, so I have to be careful of that for sure. But on top of that, I also had to find a way to get chip on the Hippowdon with something like Knockoff and Facades from Conkeldurr, due to it potentially just walling my Zora and my Aegislash into Conkeldurr. So basically, getting damage on a Hippowdon was huge. Unfortunately, this team initially had Grass Dot and Zero Aura, but now no longer runs that. So that's rough if it's physically defensive Hippowdon. However, it is an offensive Seismitoad with max attack, adamant, liquidation, earthquake, and also power whip. It helps lure in opposing Seismitoads for the Zero Aura. So yeah, game plan would be focusing on chipping the Hippowdon and potentially even the Ferrothorn instead of Zero Aura and Conkeldurr. I need to watch out for the Excadrill as well. I'm physically defensive Seismitoad. Physically defensive Mandibuzz. I'm not physically defensive Seismitoad. Sorry about that. So Earthquake does a number to the Seismitoad. However, it's foul play on the Mandibuzz as well. So I should be able to beat Excadrill if it's so advanced as a switch in, as long as he doesn't flinch me. Hydreigon could also be a threat, but I think it might be a Scarf if it's Life Orb, which would make some sense as he has Sand Rush on Excadrill to revenge kill things. Then I can check it with Mach Punch and Zero Aura as well. And if it's not, then Clefable, of course, checks the standard especially defensive Wish Pass variant. So let's get on into the game here. Don't want to bore you guys here. He's going to lead Excadrill, I'm going to lead Seismitoad. Right off the bat, I know that I want to get some damage off, but getting rocks would also be important to chip pretty much the entire team besides Reuniclus and Clefable. So turn one, he goes for Toxic, so I go for the Stealth Rock. I regret not Earthquaking there on high 6 and taking him out in one hit as I'm offensive, but that's fine. I get an Earthquake off the Ferrothorn, and I'm going to go for another, seeing as it's doing a decent amount, knowing that he's not going to power with me. He's just going to set up spikes or go for a knock. He goes for a knock, so now we're both chipped and I have rocks up, which is fine for me. Now I'm going to go Mandibuzz 15 into Spike or something, and I just know, okay, potentially I get a knockoff here. Yep, I do indeed. And he's going to go for a knock of his own, not leeching me, which is really cool. So now I think I could potentially get a switch out here with U-turn, getting me momentum. If he stays in, he's probably going to go for Leech Seed, so I go to Clefable. But instead, he goes to Excadrill, so that's fine. I get my Conkeldurr in here, and he's going to go Hippowdon now as my Flame Orb's activated. And I'm going to get a very strong Facade off, predicting this or the Reuniclus come in. And thankfully, it's not Rocky Helmet, but unfortunately, that means he's going to be able to withstand 2 attacks. So I'm going to go for a knockoff, predicting him to just slack off. That's fine. And now I'm going to just go for a Drain Punch and see if maybe he's going to get greedy and Stealth Rock. And thankfully for me, he's going to do that, get really greedy, click Stealth Rock here. That means that he's now in Facade range for sure. So I can potentially pick up a kill here and keep this weakened for Zero Aura and Choice Band to Aegislash. He's going to go Ferrothorn on this, which is really smart because knowing I'm going to Facade, he gets the Iron Barb damage and another turn of Burn and Sand. I'm going to Drain Punch just for a little recovery to negate the Iron Barbs here, but it's still going to do a lot to me. It's going to leave the Conkeldurr fairly low, so I'm going to hope to pass a Wish to this later on. He's now going to bring in Clefable, which actually could be a threat to me if it's a Combine plus Flame, so I'm going to scout for the Flame going to my own Clefable, which is especially defensive. He's going to reveal it there, and now I'm just going to see he's Reuniclus with Regenerator, which is really cool, as I just hard teleport out to Aegislash, knowing I can revenge kill this or that Clefable. Now he's going to go to the Hydreigon, predicting my Shadow Claw, which is correct by him, or another Ghost Stab like Shadow Ball. Anyway, Shadow Claw is going to bounce off for 31, and now he's going to go for Flash Cannon, revealing his Life Orb. And seeing as I want to keep my Defogger alive, I'm actually going to Clefable here predicting the Draco Meteor, and I want to get that correct as well. So now I'm in a 5-4 position. I could potentially position myself to be even better spot, but he goes for a really nice play here and roosts as I teleport. I was predicting to Flamethrower on this team because killing Ferrothorn looks a bit annoying, but he got me there with that roost. And knowing that Zero Aura can't take it, I'm going to go back to Clefable, knowing that Draco Meteor could take me out, and I get the Clefable back in, so now we're in a fine spot. And he's going to go to Excadrill on this turn, as I wish here, knowing that if he stays in, that's fine as well, but kind of a mid-ground play. And now here, I'm going to predict him to double switch out and teleport. I would have died to Iron Head, but I really wanted to get this Mana Buzz healthy, and that really worked out well, as now I'm going to get the Fog off, so therefore no spikes will be up on my side for the remainder of the game with Ferrothorn dead. He's going to take me out, revealing that he has some special attack investment. I got max roll there, but that's fine. I don't need to know the false spirit. I know I'm plus speed on the Aegislash, so it should at worst speed tie him, as we both would at 240, but I don't think he's a really fast Clefable. I think he's probably got some HP and defense invested on this team as well, as he's leftovers, not Life Orb. So I'm going to go for an Iron Head. Nicholas is going to regen out, and then he's going to go to Excadrill, and Excadrill is going to take almost half damage, but then I'm going to fire off to Seismitoad, knowing I don't need rocks to win this game. And now I go for a close combat trying to take it out with Zeraora, using on Clefable, revealing that he's got a lot of physical defense. So my hypothesis before is correct. Now I'm going to predict him to double switch out, predicting the Aegislash to go to Powdon, but he actually goes for Moonblast, calling my play there. And now I go Aegislash, he goes to Powdon. I'm like, okay, close combat has a good chance of killing. So he switches out knowing that. I didn't want to risk the roll, but at this point I had to. And I'm going to do 36s for your Nicholas, which is now going to be into a kill range. I don't know why this was his pivot there. Maybe he just felt it was the least useful Pokemon. That's fine. He needed to fight off something anyway, so I guess it made a lot of sense. So I'll get that kill. But now he's going to go to Extra, which is really threatening to me in Sand, as my Mana Buzz is gone, and his Seismitoad dead as well. So he's going to get that Earthquake off, and I'm going to go Conkeldurr, and I feel like I'm behind here. So I make a play here, and I go for Facade, predicting either the Hippowdon to be foddered or the Clefable to come in and do kill it. So I get that Facade off and takes out the Hydreigon in one hit. Now I'm going to go Aegislash on that Moonblast. And that's going to be great for me since he didn't go for Flamethrower. Now I can take a Flamethrower in the following turn if he needs to go for it at like another sequence. But instead he's going to go Powdon. He sees that Shadow Claw just shrugged off. But since I'm quicker, I'm able to kill it. And now we're in a 3-2 position. He's going to go Extra here. And now I go Clefable. And he goes for an Earthquake. It's going to 2-kill, make some specially defensive. But he doesn't want to waste Sand turns much. So I don't think he's going to Swords Dance here. But in case he does, I go for Teleport. In hindsight, Protect would have been fine, but it doesn't really matter as it's still in Mach Punch range. So now I go for Mach Punch here, and he goes to Clefable, and the game kind of comes down to this turn. I calc all the damage I've done to this Clefable this far, be it through the Zeraora's Close Combat, or through that Mach Punch, and so on and so forth. And I couldn't tell if he had 190 speed, which some do run, or if he was a slower defensive variant. But I knew that there was also the chance to double back to Excadrill, in which case getting off a hit would be huge. And also, he could be slower than me, and still Facade would have a good chance to kill. So therefore, instead of going Aegislash and just locking into Shadow Claw from there and hoping I get things right, I decided to stay in. It was a bit of a weighted 50-50 on either end. And thankfully, he switched out to Excadrill and took that damage. And now, it's still another 50-50 here, though, because he went this. I'm going for the Mach Punch as he stays in, and now I'm able to clinch the game with Aegislash, thankfully. So I'm able to win in a really tight game. Came down to the wire. He actually was quicker than me, so had I won Aegislash, I could have won the game. But yeah, they were all weighted 50-50s. Really close game. Well played. Well thought on both ends, and I quite enjoyed this. So hey, if you guys are new from Joey's channel, and I hope you enjoy, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to ask for any sort of content or questions in the comments, and I'll see what I can do depending on the reasonableness of that. And on top of that, I also love bringing tournament games that I play and others play that I enjoy. Big into Smogon tournament, so yeah. And if you're a regular to the channel, then hey, I hope you enjoyed this. And just letting you guys know, hey, I still play OU. Not just recording the OST games or NU games. No, I play all sorts of tiers, and I might even bring you guys Draft League stuff in the future. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.